James Gunn said Margot Robbie's future as Harley Quinn would be revealed down the line. Are we down that line? Hello everyone, this is Digital Charcuterie. My name is James. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, you like the DCU, hit that subscribe button. We talk about it right here on this channel, discussing it with you in the comments down below. So let me know your thoughts on Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn in the comments down below. Should she stay or should they recast? Let's get right into it now, discussing some Harley Quinn action in the DCU. James Gunn speaks as he always does. He talks a lot. But as he was talking a few weeks ago, he mentioned Bloodsport, how he wants to work again with Idris Elba. And then he said he's always trying to work him into it, is what he said. And he also mentioned Harley Quinn, and he said that that would be revealed down the line. It was a little less optimistic, in my opinion, than it was for Idris Elba's return as Bloodsport. I'm a huge The Suicide Squad fan. I actually really like Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn as well. But there's a lot to discuss there. But I want to see more Bloodsport, more Idris Elba's Bloodsport. That character got barely any play. But of course, the question is Peacemaker. What is canon? What is not canon? We'll be working on videos throughout the coming weeks on that, because the Suicide Squad is canon. However, Michael Rooker is playing a brand new character in Peacemaker Season 2. And he, of course, is in the Suicide Squad. Nathan Fillion, of course, Guy Gardner is also in the Suicide Squad. So what's canon, what's not canon? Events happen, don't happen. Is it just their appearance happens to be similar to one another? We're going to find all this out as time goes on. But Margot Robbie now sat down with Colin Farrell for an interview with Variety. And of course, they decided, we got to ask this question. We have to ask you about your DC counterpart, Harley Quinn, because we need clicks. And I was a sucker and I clicked on it. But she says a few things here, and I wanted to bring this up right now to discuss. And I want to know what you guys think, of course, of what she's saying in the comments down below. This is from Mark Malkin. I sat down with the two about a week after James Gunn teased the possibility of Robbie reprising Harley Quinn in the new DC universe. That will be revealed down the line, he told Entertainment Weekly. Robbie said she has not been approached about future DC projects. I've heard nothing, she said. Farrell asked her if she loves playing Harley. You never get sick of her. Robbie replied, never. You can't get sick of Harley. I love her so deeply. I always had high hopes for her, like Batman, a character that lives on long after I had to go with it. Robbie played Harley in 2016 Suicide Squad and later in Birds of Prey and The Suicide Squad. She would love to see other characters portray the anti-hero. I feel like I need to share Harley, she said. That's interesting. She's mentioned sharing Harley a few times. She mentioned it once before when Lady Gaga got cast in Joker 2, which ended up being Folie à Deux, one of the most acclaimed movie of 2024. I think it was nominated for several Oscars. I'm just joking, of course. Lady Gaga, who I actually had, I didn't think she would be as strong as Margot Robbie in the Harley Quinn role, but given that it was going to be a musical, I kind of understood the casting. I thought she would be pretty good in the role. I think ultimately, I don't think she was actually bad as Harley Quinn, but I don't think she was even playing Harley Quinn. There was nothing there, and she also really didn't do anything in the movie. So it was like I wouldn't I have a video on the channel comparing the two, but ultimately, can you compare the two? Lady Gaga was a musical and she kind of did a couple songs here and there and was pseudo Harley Quinn, but Margot Robbie embodied Harley Quinn and she really was Harley Quinn through and through, I think, on every aspect of it. So what she's saying here, though, is that she loves the character, and like a butterfly, you don't squeeze it too tight, you let it go, all that crap. I think she's gearing up to move on from Harley Quinn because she's mentioned she loves this character. She wants to see this character go on long after she's gone. She's not old by any means. She could play this character for another 10, 20 years probably if she wanted to, but maybe she also doesn't want to. Maybe this isn't something she wants to do. Maybe she doesn't want to commit the time to a new cinematic universe. She is a new mom, so maybe that's not something she wants to do. Maybe she wants to do more smaller films, produce bigger movies. Maybe she'll have a producing hand in Harley Quinn. The way James Gunn kind of talked about it, the way she's saying she hasn't heard anything, I don't know if I believe that. I think she's heard some stuff. I think there's a plan for Harley Quinn, and it's whether or not she wants to be a part of that plan. Like I said, it's a long-term commitment. And the other side of the coin, too, is maybe James Gunn and Peter Safran want to move on from Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. Maybe they said, you know what, you've had 3 goes at it. Suicide Squad, Birds of Prey and the Suicide Squad, and it's time for us to find a new Harley Quinn to get the audience readjusted with. Maybe that's the way they want to go about it, because again, like Suicide Squad did very well, the Suicide Squad not so well, but that was a weird time. Birds of Prey also came out in that weird time, but it wasn't well received either, and a lot of people really don't like that movie. I kind of enjoy it, to be honest. It's all weird. I don't know. There's something about it. But I understand, like, maybe they're like, it's time to move on. And again, if you're planning a Harley Quinn in this DCU, you're going to want to go 10 years or at least, right? So you want an actor, actress that will want to play that role for that long. And maybe Margot Robbie's like, you know what? I don't know if that's something I want to commit to at this time. Now, it sounds like she would be on board as a producer, but again, I don't think might not be a case. They might do that, for PR purposes, just, be like, hey, you want a producing credit on this? You can, because you are Harley Quinn. You're everyone's first Harley Quinn in live action. But I think there are other actors and actresses that could portray this character well. There's actresses that could portray this character very well, I believe. It doesn't just have to be Margot Robbie, but I think she's great. And she's had 3 turns at it, which is, 30 years ago, that would have been a lot. Now that's not so much. But I think she's done very well with this character, and she does, like she says, she loves this character, she appreciates this character, she brings a lot to the character. It doesn't always pan out like Birds of Prey, like I said, like the way that was received and whatnot, but she seems to love it. I would be okay with her going on as Harley Quinn in the DCU, but the other thing too is, who's the Joker you're pairing her up with? What is that Joker? Who is the actor portraying the Joker? What type of Joker is it? Is this like Harley Quinn's kind of Harley Quinn, but it would change and evolve with time. The other thing too, though, is, like I said, we just had Joker Folia Duh. Is this the character the audiences are sick of and they want to move on from? Does James Gunn and Peter Safran feel like, maybe we need a break from Joker and Harley Quinn? But Zach Cregger, he has this, something in mind with them in it, and he's such a hot commodity in Hollywood right now. You would have to think that Gunn and Safran would want to at least sit down with him and hear his pitch. And if he has a compelling story that includes Joker and Harley Quinn, how do you turn that down? Or do you turn those characters into other DC characters? But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you up for Margot Robbie sticking around? Do you think she's going to stick around, or do you think she is gonzo and we're going to be getting a new actress playing the character of Harley Quinn? And who would you like to see portray Harley Quinn in the DCU? Does anyone come to mind for that one? Is there anyone that you would like to see play this character? For me, though, I think the Suicide Squad stuff, you're recasting Michael Rooker. I think if you're not recasting Margot Robbie in the DCU, she is someone that you want to keep in that family, and you keep her in there, and you utilize Margot Robbie and her skills, and you James Gunn, you're the guy. You get her a strong Harley Quinn script, and you show the world what she could do as this character that she so deeply loves. But again, it also sounds like maybe she's prepping for to say goodbye. She's saying all the right things that really can go in either direction. But I feel like we're getting a new Harley Quinn coming up sometime soon. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Hit the like button, subscribe button, and until next time, may be the master of your own universe.